In today's instructional video, I'm going to go over the 7 diatonic 7th chord routine. Two-part. This is really the key to memorizing music. So it's very critical that you understand these concepts. So if we start out with the first part of the routine is a scale. So we'll start out with the C major scale. And we'll do two octaves. So remember, each major scale consists of a group of 3 notes, then thumb under, and then a group of 4 notes. Then a group of 3 notes, group of 4 notes, and then pinky, come down, group of 4 notes, group of 3 notes, group of 4 notes, group of 3 notes. Okay? You really should practice that up and down 3 octaves, but the span of my camera won't really show 3 octaves of C. Okay, so scale 3, 4, 3, 4, pinky, 4, 3, 4, 3. Okay, so there's 7 different notes in this any major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a chord on each of those 7 notes of the scale. So if we start off with a C, the way we build chords is going every other note of the scale, and we generate C major 7. This is called the 1 chord. The 1 chord in the key of C major is C major 7. If we build a note on the second note of the scale, if we build a chord on the second note of the scale, we start on a D, go every other white note, right, every other note of the scale, and this generates D minor 7. So the 2 chord, right, in the key of C major is D minor 7. Okay, you should write this out. So capital Roman numeral 1, then equal sign C major 7. Lowercase Roman numeral 2, indicating minor. So lowercase Roman numeral 2, equal sign D minor 7. If we build a chord on the third note of the scale, the 3 chord is minor. So 3 equals E minor 7. The 4 chord is major, F major 7. The 5 chord is dominant, G dominant 7. The 6 is minor, A minor 7. And the 7 chord is minor 7 with a flatted 5th, B minor 7 flat 5. Also known as a half diminished, but I like to call it minor 7 flat 5 because the B minor 7 flat 5 describes really every note of the chord. So B minor 7 flat 5. Now the beauty of this is that in every major key, these qualities of the 7 chords, major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor, and minor 7 flat 5, hold true. Okay? So you want to play the scale first, and you want to go through and tell me all the theory out loud. So you would say 1 chord's always major, C major 7. The 2 chord's always minor, D minor 7. The 3 chord's always minor, E minor 7. The 4 chord's always major, F major 7. The 5 chord is always dominant, G dominant 7. The 6 chord is always minor, A minor 7. And the 7 chord is always minor 7 flat 5. Okay? So one way to remember it is that the 1 and the 4 chords are major. 2 times 3 is 6. So you can remember that 2, the 3, and the 6 are minor. 5 is unique. It's the only dominant chord in the key of C major. And then the 7 is minor 7 flat 5. Okay? So 1 and 4 are major. 2, 3, and 6 are minor. 5 is dominant. 7 is minor 7 flat 5. Okay? So how is that helpful? Well, we can reduce songs into Roman numerals. For example, try to remember is 1, I'll play it enclosed, 1, 6, 2 to 5, 1 to 6 to 2 to 5, right? Very pattern, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. So knowing the pattern of 1, 6, 2, 5, inherent in that pattern is 1 major, 6 minor, 2 minor, 5 dominant. So by memorizing 1, 6, 2, 5 and knowing the quality of the 1 chord and the 6 chord, etc., gives us the names of the chord. If we can see the scale and we know the quality of each of the scale degrees. Okay? Very, very powerful. Okay, so now we start looking for patterns in music. We look for songs that use 1, 6, 2, 5. 1, 6, 2 to 5. 1, 6, 2 to 5. There's really hundreds of songs that use 1, 6, 2, 5, and a couple other patterns. Okay, so this is the 7 diatonic 7th chord routine, 2-part, for the keys of C, G, and D. So let's do the scale for G major. 3, 4, 3, 4, pinky, 4, 3, 4, 3. So you would say 1's always major, G major 7, 2 chords always minor, A minor 7, 3 chords always minor, B minor 7, 4 is always major, C major 7, 5 is always dominant, D dominant 7, 6 is always minor, E minor 7, and 7 is always minor 7 flat 5. Remember that F sharp is the 7th tone of the G scale. So we're going to build a chord on the F sharp, and it ends up being F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Okay? And then thirdly, we're going to do the scale for D major. 3, 4, 3, 4, pinky, 4, 3, 4, 3. Okay, 1's always major, D major 7. 2 is always minor, E minor 7. 3 is always minor, F sharp minor 7. 4 is always major, G major 7. 5 is always dominant, A dominant 7. 6 is always minor, B minor 7, and 7 is always minor 7 flat 5. C sharp minor 7 flat 5. Okay, so if I'm playing Try to Remember in D, I'm thinking 1, 6 to 5, 1 to 6 to 2 to 5, etc. Okay, so very, very powerful. So say all the theory out loud, then name the chord, and go through the 7 diatonic 7th chords. It's a fancy word, diatonic. This means chords or notes are all within the major scale. There's no notes outside the respective major scale that you're playing. Okay? Alright, so this is the key to memorizing. So practice hard, and do say 3 and 4 out loud when you do the scale. 3, take a little pause. 4, again I'm showing you how, training you how to see the scale as either a group of 3 notes or a group of 4. And if you just played a group of 3, then it's time to slip a thumb under and play a group of 4. Okay, well, I'll talk in more detail about how to memorize and play the scales quickly in a separate instructional video. Okay, if you'd like to view some more free instructional videos, just go to my website, pianoweb.com, or you can go to YouTube and do a search in YouTube for Piano Web Man. If you'd like to listen to some free instructional audio podcasts, go to my newest website, jazzpianoworld.com, and you can also listen to me performing some jazz standards on soundcloud.com. Practice hard and have fun.